Here is a clear, balanced analysis of insecurities versus economic crisis in West Africa and the role of American involvement. Without exaggeration or blame shifting, insecurities versus economic crisis in West Africa and American involvement. 1. The core link. Insecurity and economy feed each other. In West Africa, insecurity and economic crisis are not separate problems. They reinforce each other. Poverty fuels recruitment into armed groups. Insecurity destroys businesses, farming, and trade. Economic collapse weakens state authority. Weak states allow insecurity to grow. This creates a vicious cycle. 2. Major forms of insecurity in West Africa. West Africa faces multiple security threats: terrorism, Sahel, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, banditry and kidnapping, armed insurgency, ethnic and communal conflicts, political instability, and coups. These threats scare investors, disrupt trade, and destroy livelihoods. 3. Economic crisis in West Africa. Key economic challenges include high youth unemployment, inflation, and rising cost of living, weak currencies, heavy debt burdens, dependence on raw material exports. When people cannot survive legally, illegal economies grow. 4. Youth unemployment, the danger zone. Over 60% of West Africa's population is under 25. Limited jobs, poor education access, frustration and hopelessness. This makes young people vulnerable to extremist recruitment, criminal networks, political violence. 5. The Sahel crisis, a case study. In Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, terrorism thrives where government services are absent. Farmers abandon land due to violence, trade routes collapse. This worsens hunger, displacement, and poverty. 6. Historical roots of the crisis. West Africa's insecurity is partly rooted in colonial borders that ignored ethnic realities, extractive economic systems, long-term underinvestment in governance. These structural problems did not disappear after independence. 7. American involvement, security-focused. The United States has mainly engaged West Africa through counterterrorism support, military training, and intelligence security cooperation. Examples include training special forces, intelligence sharing, drone surveillance, Sahel region. 8. The limits of military solutions. American security support has not solved the crisis because terrorism is driven by poverty and governance failure. Military force alone cannot fix economic exclusion. Civilian trust is often weak. Security without development is incomplete. 9. Economic involvement of the U.S. U.S. economic involvement includes aid and development programs, trade agreements like AGOA, support for private investment. However, trade volumes remain low. Value addition happens outside Africa. Aid often benefits elites more than communities. 10. Perception problem. Many West Africans view U.S. involvement as security first, people second, more interested in stability than justice, reactive, not transformative. This perception fuels anti-Western sentiment. 11. Coups and anti-Western sentiment. Recent military coups reflect public anger at insecurity, frustration with economic hardship, loss of trust in Western-backed governments. Some populations see the U.S. as supporting systems that failed them. 12. Competition with other global powers. U.S. involvement is also shaped by competition with Russia, China. West Africa has become a geopolitical battleground, sometimes at the expense of local priorities. 13. Economic crisis weakens democracy. When people cannot eat, democracy loses meaning, elections lose credibility, military intervention appears attractive, economic failure becomes a security risk. 14. What works better than guns? Evidence shows insecurity reduces when jobs are created, education improves, local governance is strengthened, communities trust the state, economic justice is security. 15. What West Africa needs most? More than foreign troops, West Africa needs strong institutions, youth employment, regional economic integration, industrialization, fair trade, not dependency. Final balance. West Africa's insecurity is deeply economic. U.S. involvement has focused too heavily on military solutions. Without economic transformation, insecurity will persist. Sustainable peace requires jobs, dignity, and good governance, one-line truth. You cannot defeat insecurity where hunger, unemployment, and injustice are the daily reality. If you are seeing us for the first time, fate has brought us together. Like, share, subscribe, and follow us for more.